Well, good evening. It's good to see everybody tonight. We have a full quorum here tonight, so we'll go ahead and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And here to lead us from Holston View is Isaac Aaron, Sarah Aaron, and Brenner Smith. If you'll come up and lead us.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge of allegiance for the flag of the United States of America and the republic of which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It doesn't work.
Great job, kiddos. First thing on our agenda tonight is our consent items. First is the minutes from the April 21st meeting. Next, we have our financial reports. Yes. Oh, I needed that. Oh, goodness, where are we at? Surplus and obsolete items, you'll see from Tennessee High School, technology, school nutrition, and then from the high school. Then we have our fiscal agent. Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval of Terra Music, a CPA, as the fiscal agent for Bristol, Tennessee schools for the term July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. Then we have our student insurance. This is a renewal of contract with Scholastic Insurers Incorporated for student accident insurance for 25-26 school year. The insurance is optional for purchase by parents. There are no changes in the rates for the 25-26 school year per discussion with the insurance agent, Mr. Manny, can't say that last name. The benefits will be improving and are a better alternative per the agent. A written quote is being prepared based upon the verbal correspondences, and no system funds are involved. And then last on our consent items is our district handbook for the upcoming school year. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Penny, if you'll call the roll.
Ms. Henson? Yes. Vice Chair Butcher?
Yes.
Chair Cuddy?
Yes.
Secretary Darnell?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
So next on the agenda is our recognitions, and later tonight, after our board meeting over at King College, we will be recognizing
University, sir.
Oh, I'm so sorry. King University. We will be recognizing the awards and recognitions for all of our teachers for this coming year. But here tonight, in our board meeting, we're going to have our student recognitions. And so that's sort of the fun part about the April and May school board meetings is we get to recognize a lot of our students who have been very successful during the school year at different competitions and sporting events. And tonight we get to recognize some very special students who have had a great year in our CTE department. And so first we are going to recognize our Future Business Leaders of America state competition. And the first group that we'll recognize is the second place finishers in the sales presentation, and that's Mackenzie Addison and Carrie English. So if you'll go over to Dr. Tudor and get your certificate, and then we want to get a picture in front of the screen there. Next, we are going to recognize the Career Quest Business Battle that's held every year, and Tennessee High had a really good showing. First place winner who won a $2,000 cash prize, Carrie English. Recognize you again. Yes, ma'am. And then the second place finisher in the battle for a $1,000 cash prize was Miss Ellie Boggs and Avery Cuddy. Congratulations, thank you. And so also, our FBLA team also competed in our state competition, and they did well at the state as well. And several of them qualified for the national event, which is in Anaheim, California, this summer. And so, Miss English, you're doing a wonderful job in our business department there and getting our students ready. Next is our Skills USA regional competition, and the team of Carter Romans, Grayson Swaggerty, and Kate Walk came in first place in the crime scene investigation. So we want to recognize you all tonight. Kate, stay right up there. And then in the state conference as well, the team of Carter Romans, Grayson Swaggerty, and Kate Walk came in first place for crime scene investigation as well in the state conference. And then second place in culinary arts was Madison Manahan. Madison, you here tonight? So she came in second place. I know that Madison is going on. Madison was a senior this year and graduated, and she's going on to further her career in culinary. And then next we have our FFA State Performance Horse Evaluation. And so those top performers were Kira Hamrick, Ariel Harmon, Ellen Nicker, and Carly Sweeney. And so if those will come up, and if I butchered your name, I'm so sorry. So again, our CTE program has been so successful and continues to be successful. We're so very proud of it. And it's always, you know, if we were looking at it in the arena of sports, I think our CTE department is the very best amongst all of our schools that we compete against. And they continue to show that year in and year out. And so you all keep doing a great job. Next is our hearing of delegates, and tonight we have Holston View Elementary, and so I will turn that over to you guys.
I'm going to get started. I'm really just here for moral support tonight, so I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Beavers in just a second. But for those of you that don't know, I'm Kayla McMeans. I'll be the principal for the upcoming school year at Holston View. And I've been very fortunate to work alongside this lady. I begged her not to leave me, so she's going to be there for a few more days. That's about it. But she was working on this before I came in, so I'm just here to be here for her and to share all the good things that's been going on at Holston View, because I've been very welcomed over the last 3 weeks, and there's a lot of great things going on there, and she's going to highlight that for us.
Thank you, Ms. McMeans. And I just want to say it has been a privilege to be there for the last few months. There's a great staff. I've had the honor of working with Ms. McMeans, who's, you know, she's just going to be a blessing to everybody. So welcome. And with that, we really just want to highlight a few things, real life connections that our students make and our teachers make to learning, because we don't want to ever underestimate the power of play, the power, again, of those real life connections in the curriculum, because that's what makes learning stick for our kids. So without further ado, I'm going to share with you a video created by Mr. Mims, one of our CDC teachers, and he has some students featured in some key roles in this video, as well as some students that he has interviewed for us.
Hello, my name is Laura. I'm going to play the fantasy and philosophy. What is your favorite subject? Math. And what is your favorite subject? Reading. What is your favorite subject? History. Math. Science.
Maybe science. Gym.
What is your favorite subject?
Reading.
Of course, reading.
Reading. Reading. Reading. Science.
What is your favorite subject? Math.
Math. Science.
Math. What is your favorite thing about philosophy?
When we do station time.
Having a lot of friends.
Probably eating lunch.
Young talk. What is your favorite thing about philosophy?
Probably the people and friends.
Be nice.
My friends. I get to have fun with my friends. My buddy Wally.
Mrs. Dowell. Guidance. Gym, guidance, and library. My teacher, Miss Barnes.
This is Hudson View, and thank you for watching.
The academics are important, the social skills even more so. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was great. Okay, next, comments from the public. Do we have any tonight? Thank you. Also, during this time, we want to go over our emergency operations public comment time. And so student and staff safety is our top priority. To comply with Tennessee law, we will adopt comprehensive emergency operation plans for the district this summer. These plans, guided by 17 board policies and 22 procedures developed with district and school teams, law enforcement, and emergency responders, detail crisis intervention, response, and management procedures. Community input is valued. We now welcome comments from personnel, parents, students, and stakeholders before we finalize these plans in July. Dr. Coleman, our safety director and SAVES Act coordinator, will provide a summary before I open the floor for public comment. Please note that specific plan details remain confidential as per state law. So Dr. Coleman, would you please share the summary with us?
All right. So 2 goals: educate and keep them safe. So to keep students safe, we have some objectives: protect students and staff and district and school property. If there is an emergency, make sure we have a coordinated response to that emergency. And after an emergency, what measures do we take to return to normal? So there's 4 basic categories that I'm going to share just a brief overview with, which is staff preparedness and training, physical security and prevention, emergency response and communication, and direct student supports. So as Chair Cuddy mentioned, We have a lot of policies and procedures to support safety. Each school in the district have emergency operation plans, very detailed, that support over 18 different emergencies for us to respond to. Been working on that for about a week now and continue to work on it daily. But we also coordinate with district administrators, principals, police, fire, Homeland Security, and have meetings and tabletop exercises to test our response and how we would respond to those. We have professional development and training, and I know principals' safety is a top priority when they're going back to school and talking about how to keep students safe. There are comprehensive emergency drills. I'm sure everybody remembers the fire drill, and the lockdown drills, earthquake drills, hold, secure, lots of other different things that they practice and test. For physical security and prevention, we have a great one. It's called SRO on every campus, and we certainly appreciate our Bristol Police Department. We have visitor management sign-ins where anybody that comes in, their license is screened to make sure they're not on a registered sex offender list. We have bulletproof and safety glass in the interior and exterior of the building. We have care threat assessment team. If there's a threat at the school, we have a team that identifies and assesses that threat. And we have anti-drug and anti-bullying campaigns, kindness and unity days. And there's lots of safety signage, traffic calming devices around campus. Our emergency response and communication, we're very fortunate to have the Centegix panic alert system in our schools. That's a badge that each staff member wears. If they push it a certain amount of times, it's a staff alert, which is often a medical emergency, or a student may need some extra support, or it can put the school in lockdown, and any staff member can do that. We have cybersecurity that monitors all things technology, notification systems, and you've probably gotten a text, a phone call, an email, or seen some social media information out there as we send out information, and perhaps you have the app that also holds all of that information. We have reunification plans should there be an emergency. How would we reunite our families back with their students? And threat reporting resources. We have the Safe School Helpline 24/7. They also have counselors at that. They have multiple languages should anybody need support. And then direct student support. In 9th through 12th grades, they have badges, ID badges on the back of those badges. There's the suicide prevention information. So there's a suicide hotline should they need to call that, as well as the Safe School Helpline number, which if there's a bullying incident or other crisis, they could call that as well. We have fortunate to have mental health supports in our district. We have counselors in every school and multiple counselors in our middle school and high school. We have Frontier Health Services and Communities and Schools student support coordinators that support individual students and their success, as well as family engagement activities. So that's a very quick overview of some of our safety measures that we have, but know that we continue to work on those and shore up every piece that we can. And it takes a village to keep everyone safe, so keep an eye out. If you have suggestions, we certainly welcome them.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Coleman. The floor is now open for any public comment. Hearing none, we're going to move on, but do want to let you know we do take school safety very serious. And I'm also so thankful to our police department, our fire department, our EMS. You know, last year when we received what we thought was a credible threat, our whole emergency service team in the city of Bristol responded so quickly, had things set up, and as a parent of students in our system, made me feel even more confident in their teams. And so thank you. and thank you for your brothers and sisters on the police force and throughout our entire emergency department. And so we want to protect our kiddos, and that's what it's about. If you are a parent here tonight and you do have more questions, you can always reach out to Dr. Coleman or reach out to the principal of your student's school. Next is our new business. First on the agenda in our new business is tenure recommendations. So we will celebrate these teachers tonight at our dinner at King University. But if you are here when I call your name, please stand so we can recognize you here as well. So Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval of the following teachers. Alexis Arnold from TOPS. She's a school counselor. Jason Arnold, Tennessee Middle School, computer science. Allison Ball, Tennessee Middle, library media specialist. Abby Boughton from Hangsfield, kindergarten teacher. Meglin Dill, music teacher at Hangsfield. John Richardson, criminal justice, Tennessee High School. Regina Roberson, Tennessee High, special education. Leah Utzman, Tennessee Middle, art. Lily Watson, Avoca, grade 5. And Jenny Banish, second grade at Hanksfield. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I tell you what, awesome for all you guys. It's harder every year to do this. I know you can't just depend on yourself in some cases. You're non-tested. You have to depend on your school system, your school itself to have the grades. So it's such an accomplishment, and you have to work so hard for it, and congratulations. And stay with us, please.
Penny, if you'll call the roll.
Chair Cuddy,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Butcher,
Yes.
Ms. Henson,
Yes.
Secretary Darnell.
Yes.
Sorry, my daughter is trying her best to make me laugh tonight. And she's doing a good job there on the front row. Next on our agenda is Community Tectonics contract with the Tennessee High Roof. Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval for the Community Tectonics contract for the Tennessee High School roof project. Do I have a motion?
I move that we accept that contract.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Penny, if you'll call the roll.
Ms. Henson,
Yes.
Chair Cuddy,
Yes.
Vice Chair Butcher,
Yes.
Secretary Darnell,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor.
Yes.
Next is our textbook adoption. Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval of the science textbook adoption recommendations. Do I have a motion?
I so move.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Penny, if you'll call the roll.
Vice Chair Butcher,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Chair Cuddy,
Yes.
Ms. Henson,
Yes.
Secretary Darnell.
Yes.
Before we move on to the next one, this is usually when I tell our guests who are still here after our recognitions, we have gone over all of these new business items in our work session, which was held last Thursday night. And so we spend several hours going over these policies and recommendations from Dr. Tudor. And so we just don't come here on Monday nights and just start approving things left and right. But we do take our time at our work sessions to go over all of these. So that being said, next is our opportunity culture job descriptions. Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval of the following opportunity culture job descriptions, which are Team Reach Associate, Team Reach Teacher, Team Teacher, a multi-classroom leader, and a teacher resident. Do I have a motion?
I'd move to accept the opportunity culture job descriptions.
A second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Penny, if you'll call the roll.
Vice Chair Butcher,
Yes.
Chair Cuddy,
Yes.
Secretary Darnell,
Yes.
Ms. Henson,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor.
Yes.
Next on the agenda is bonus standards for 2025 substitute teacher and full and part-time employees with less than 120 days of service. Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval of the following bonus standards for 2025 substitute teacher and full and part-time employees with less than 120 days of service. So I want to read these carefully so we all can understand. Substitute teachers who have worked at least 10 days but less than 25 days in the 24-25 school year, with at least one of those work days occurring after January the 7th, 2025, will be eligible to receive a $100 bonus. Regular full and part-time employees who have worked at least 10 days but less than 25 days during the 24-25 school year and are actively employed on May 23rd, 2025, will be eligible to receive a $100 bonus. Substitute teachers who have worked 25 days or more in the 24-25 school year, with at least one of those work days occurring after January the 7th, 2025, will be eligible to receive a $250 bonus. Regular full and part-time employees who have worked at least 25 days but less than 120 days during the 24-25 school year and are actively employed on May 23rd, 2025, will be eligible to receive a $250 bonus. All bonuses to be paid when other eligible full and part-time employees receive their previously approved bonuses. Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve these bonuses.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? I'll just say I'm thankful that we can do this. Our substitutes play a huge role in the day-to-day of our schools, and we have some really good substitutes. And so I'm excited that we can celebrate them as well. Penny, if you'll call the roll.
Chair Cuddy,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Ms. Henson,
Yes.
Vice Chair Butcher,
Yes.
Secretary Darnell.
Yes.
Next, Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval of the service order with Fulcrum Management Solutions Fault Exchange Data Platform. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Penny?
Secretary Darnell,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Chair Cuddy,
Yes.
Vice Chair Butcher,
Yes.
Ms. Henson.
Yes.
Next, Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval of purchase order to Richardson Construction Group out of Russellville, Tennessee, in the amount of $404,367 for bid 25-008. Bristol, Tennessee High School steep slope roof replacement and cupola repairs. The approved budget for this project was $1.2 million, including design. The scope of work was reduced from the original project because the flat roof portion was included with bid 25-009. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I would like to say, boy, it's expensive to take care of things, as you know, as your own homes, and it's very expensive with schools, but roofing is very, very expensive. But, you know, like the cupola, I mean, it's an iconic thing in Bristol. I mean, you look at our beautiful Tennessee High School, and there's that beautiful cupola. I mean, it's great, and I'm so proud we have the funds to take care of the things that we need to in our system.
I agree. Anybody else? Penny, if you'll call the roll.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Butcher,
Yes.
Secretary Darnell,
Yes.
Chair Cuddy,
Yes.
Ms. Henson.
Yes.
I'm just going to shoot you all straight. This is all these R words in a row for someone who couldn't say R's growing up through school. It's killing me tonight. Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval of a purchase order to Richardson Construction Group, Russellville, Tennessee, in the amount of $852,750 for bid 25-009, Anderson Elementary and Bristol, Tennessee High School 2025 re-roof projects. The approved budget for this project was $1,244,250, including design. The scope of work was increased from the original project because flat roofs from THS and Anderson were combined to economy of scale. Do I have a motion?
I move we accept this purchase order.
Second.
I second.
Any discussion?
I just want to commend Kurt for finding ways to combine things to save us a little bit of money. We appreciate that.
Penny, if you'll call the roll.
Ms. Henson,
Yes.
Secretary Darnell,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Chair Cuddy,
Yes.
Vice Chair Butcher.
Yes.
Next, under new business, Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval of the revised fiscal year 2025 budget amendment. Do I have a motion?
I move that we revise the 2026 budget.
Second?
I'll second. Hallelujah.
Any discussion?
We've had a lot of discussion and a lot of, discussion with other partners and, to make sure that we're getting this right and make sure we're doing it the best way possible that makes the most people happy. So I'm, proud we're able to go back and to do this.
Anybody else? Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Mike.
I just want to clarify that
Yeah, it's 2025.
2025 amendments, not
2026.
2026 budget.
Right. This is fiscal year 2025 revised. Penny, can you call the roll?
Secretary Darnell,
Yes.
Ms. Henson,
Yes.
Chair Cuddy,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Butcher.
Yes.
Next, Dr. Tudor is recommending board approval of the revised fiscal year 2026 budget. Have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Penny, you'll call the roll?
Ms. Henson,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Butcher,
Yes.
Secretary Darnell,
Yes.
Chair Cuddy.
Yes. Okay, next on the agenda is the report from Dr. Tudor.
Thank you. I'd like to take just a moment. It's probably not totally appropriate for me to do this, but Dr. Rouse is in the house. Dr. Rouse is no stranger to our school district at all, but she is actually here doing a favor for us. The Board of Ed is trying to seek Board of Distinction, and we have to be evaluated by a Master Board member, of which, no shock, Dr. Rouse is a Master Board member for Sullivan County Schools. So thank you very much for being here. We appreciate you. I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to Holston View. Welcome, Ms. McMeans. I have that in my notes. You had to introduce yourself. I apologize about that. I should have introduced you to everyone, but Kayla McMeans is the newly appointed principal for Holston View, and she's already started and overlapping her time, certainly with Dr. Beavers. Dr. Beavers, we can't thank you enough for being there and finishing out the school year at Holston View. Your expertise and many, many years of experience in our district were greatly valued, and we really appreciate you, and you are welcome back here anytime. So thank you very much. And thank you, Holston View, for your presentation. It was fantastic. Thank you to all the students who are here, and especially the families supporting students. This is the time of year we love to celebrate all the great things our kiddos have accomplished. And certainly we're grateful that we get to do our CTE students this evening. You all are still competing, and so we're happy to celebrate you this evening and look forward to the many other things you're going to accomplish in your lives. So thank you for being here. Thank you, families, for all the support, and certainly Ms. Penley for supporting our CTE program. Great things. And then I'd just like to call out the Board of Education as we're celebrating everybody. They probably won't get their call out this evening because you're going to be calling out our staff members. So I want to take a moment to thank our Board of Ed. These folks, if you don't know, they work really hard behind the scenes to really ensure that we have the best school system in the state. We have the best teachers and students, and we recognize them in a lot of ways. One of the things that was included in the budget that we didn't call out this evening is that all of our staff will receive a 4.7% salary increase. That kind of mimics what the city of Bristol had proposed to do, so that was intentional. They also worked really hard. We are in the midst of conducting a compensation study, and it's not complete, but as a part of that, benefits were analyzed, and we realized in that study that we are not competitive with folks around us. And so the school board voted to include, we're going to continue contributions for 100% employee-only coverage, but instead of covering 60% of the cost for all other plans, we're increasing that to 70%, which is a significant cost savings for our families. So appreciate them really making the effort to ensure that that happened for our students in addition to, or for our staff, in addition to the bonuses that were approved last month and the ones this evening. I feel like our school board really is intentionally trying to take care of our folks and recognize what they do for our school system. So thank you very much, school board members, for doing that. There are no tenure teachers here tonight. We'll talk about that tonight, but it really is a very difficult process. It's not easy anymore, and so when you earn tenure, it really is a big deal. And so the folks that you saw this evening voted on for tenure really do deserve some recognition, and we'll be able to recognize them this evening. As Chair Cuddy mentioned, we do have our employee recognition dinner as soon as this is over, so thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is comments from City Council. Ray, if you don't mind.
Hello. At this time, there will be no comments from me and no questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Comments from the board.
I just want to call out somebody else, and that's Tara and her staff, because we go back and forth on budget, and that means she has to redo. So we do appreciate all the hard work they put into making our budget what it is.
I would like to, I'm glad the CTE students are still here, because that's really nice. I mean, to finish high in the state, much less first or second, is just really incredible. It's a lot of competition, and you know, you've proved yourself. And Miss English, thanks for what you do. Miss Penley, thanks for the program that you're developing and have developed. It's really, really good. I've commented over the, years now that, our students, when they do presentations, do it so well. But I tell you what, our students also take really great pictures. They know how to take a good picture. They're a class act, so I wanted to say that. Also, if you were able to get to the Tennessee High School graduation, I mean, that's our goal, to graduate kids that are college and career ready. And it's such a it's beautiful. It is something to be so proud of, as the whole city has got to be proud of that. And it takes so many people to really get it done. I read a post by Brittany Dema Salzman that she listed so many people that did so many little things you don't even think about. It's just, it is truly a labor of love for all those folks. And elementary, the walk for the kids going, to the elementary and middle school is just an awesome, awesome thing. We've got so much to be proud of and celebrate, in Bristol, and I'm sure proud. And of course, Kurt's bunch, it's amazing what they did. I don't know how many hours they spent resetting up and stuff, but it's just makes you so proud to be a Viking.
Anybody else? All right. Next regular board meeting is scheduled for June the 16th, 2025 at 6 p.m. We're adjourned. Thank you.